welcome into another episode of Southern Section this week. I'm Claudette Montana.
And I'm Jonathan Camus here at Brentwood High School. Beautiful Brentwood High School. My first time here. I am loving it. We are going to head inside and check out what's good with the girls basketball team because they have a championship game this weekend, Claudette.
They have a championship game this weekend. Also, I was so lucky and got to speak with two members of the girls basketball program. You also caught up with their head coach.
Yes, I sure did. Let's check it out. All right, Jonathan Camus here. We're here with Charles Solomon of Brentwood High School, and you guys have a big-time championship game coming up this weekend against Miracosta, playing Lusinger. Now, what do they have that puts a little fear, maybe perhaps, into a coach's mind and something that your players need to look out for because they're in this championship game for a reason, so are you guys. Sure. But what are some things that you expect out of them?
Well, they put a lot of fear in me, actually. They have a really talented athletic group, super high scoring. They are way more athletic than we are, and their kids are very seasoned and they're good. They're very talented kids, and it makes me try to wonder how to guard them. It's going to be a tough challenge for us being so small. They're huge. They have 3 kids over 6 feet. As a coach, you got to find a way to grind and battle and keep your team in the game with that kind of size differential and athleticism differential. So, yeah.
Well, they have athleticism, but you guys have a lot of talent too. And when I look at your stats, I think balance. I mean, a lot of your players are averaging 7 points per game or more. Is this a team full of superstars, or do you like to share the rock?
We have a lot of superstars, but we love to share the rock. And the kids are always thinking about each other, making the extra pass, making the person to the right and left better. And we're very unselfish. We move the ball well, we shoot well, and we play as a team. And the kids love each other. And there's no selfishness whatsoever in our program. It's all about we and not me. And it makes it really fun to coach them. And, you know, regardless of what happened Saturday, this has been the most fun I've ever had coaching a group. They're so kind and humble, and they work hard, and they want to be in the gym. And as a coach, that's all you can ask for. So the rest takes care of itself.
That's awesome. You've been here for over a decade, and you've won 2 CIF championships. Correct. This is your 4th appearance heading into this weekend. But you told me a couple years ago you guys were below 500.
Yeah.
So now you're back in the CIF championship game. How satisfying is that for yourself and maybe a senior or two who was there during that season?
Yeah. Well, a school like ours, we're not a factory for basketball, even though we've had a really storied program over the last, 12 years, plus even well before I got here. I think we're gonna go every 2 or 3 years. We're gonna have a rebuilding year, and the question is, what kind of rebuilding year is it gonna be? So 3 years ago, we were under 500. And our seniors now, they had to battle, and they were our key players then. And they're still our key players now, and we don't reload, we rebuild, and it takes time to get back up, and we got back up pretty quickly. So we had a really strong group of freshmen and sophomores last year that came in and helped right away, and we ran into a buzzsaw in Ontario Christian, and we did really well, but we lost to them in the semis, and the kids were all, our slogan this year was unfinished business. And they put that on the shirts. And so while we have gotten to the finals and we went further, I think the girls want one more. So we're gonna try our best, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, you're gonna try your best, and that leads me to my final question. For Brentwood to win another championship under your tenure, Brentwood has to do what?
We have to shoot well, we have to rebound well, and we have to defend well. All 3 of those things. I don't think 2 of those 3 will do it. I think Lusinger's definitely a favorite, and I think and with reason, they're really good. But I think our team can do it if we do those 3 things well.
All right, I can't wait for that game this weekend at Miracosta High School. Thank you, Charles.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for coming.
All right, joining me now is Peyton Sugar, sophomore here at Brentwood High School. We're gonna do some rapid fire. You ready?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, first question, what is your shoe size?
7.5.
7.5. What is your favorite off-court activity?
I love to cook and bake, and then, cooking and baking.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Really anything. I make a lot of tacos, chicken, stuff like that.
I love it. Favorite thing about living in California?
I love the beach. I love that you can go to the beach and then the snow one day, and then I love hiking with my friends as well.
Favorite music genre?
Probably pop.
Favorite artist?
Bruno Mars or Taylor Swift.
Favorite Taylor Swift song?
Oh my gosh. At the moment, probably All Too Well.
Okay. Favorite food? Is it tacos?
Yes, or pasta.
Favorite sneaker
Um,
or shoe, I guess?
okay. I love Uggs, just wearing my slides to school, or Dunks.
Are you into the platform Uggs? Those are like the hot thing right now.
I'm not into platform, but I have the slippers and I'm obsessed with them.
Favorite basketball player?
Jason Tatum.
Anyone in the WNBA that you admire?
Candace Parker.
Favorite high school basketball memory?
Probably the beginning of this season. It was really cool to like experience like overcoming boundaries that we didn't think we could accomplish and accomplishing things that were beyond our expectations for ourselves.
What's your favorite part about being a part of this program?
We are a very tight-knit group. We're like family. We love each other. I hang out with all of them outside of being on the court. So it's really fun having that sisterhood, not only on the court but also having them outside of school. I mean, outside of basketball, and for my social and well-being.
What is the best part about going to Brentwood High School?
I think it challenges me really well, especially academically, and then having all my friends and being with a bunch of different people. It's really fun.
Last question for you. What is your favorite subject in school?
Right now, English.
Okay, why is that?
I took honors English this year, and it's challenged me a lot, but I've learned to like love reading, and my teacher's amazing, and I just love the subject now.
I said last question, but I actually have one more because it's brewing in my mind. What is your dream college?
I'd love to go to Dartmouth, or that's on the East Coast, but I'd also love to stay local.
High school sports are one of the things that make living in California so great.
But sometimes the behavior in the stands can overshadow our achievements on the field.
I love it when my parents show up for me.
But being booed for missing a play could be crushing.
And remember that refs are people too.
They're trying their best to call a fair and correct game.
Hey, and enough with all the swearing.
No one should feel insulted or ashamed
because of their race, ethnicity, or gender.
We should be able to hold our heads high after the match, win or lose.
All right, Jonathan Camus here with an Ask the Expert segment. This week, we're talking baseball. The baseball season is here. It's already underway, and who better to talk to than Les Lukacs of Prep Baseball Report. Les, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. Thank you for having me on this, Jonathan. It's really a treat to be on with you, for sure. And hey, firstly, before we get started, congratulations to you for the new gig, man. This is awesome. Fired up for you.
Hey, thank you. I'm excited to be here. Let's kick it off with some of our top teams in the CIF Southern section, Les. Some of the teams that we know about, hey, it's the same old. JSerra, we mentioned them last week. They have 19 commits and signees, but there's some other teams in the Southern section rounding out that top five. Give us a little bit about who these teams are and what can we expect from them.
Well, coming in at number 2 in our rankings currently is Villa Park. They have a loaded pitching staff. Obviously, Gavin Grahovic is the big bat there for them. They're off to a pretty good start here at 2-0, I believe, so far this season. And that's a team that made a lot of noise last year, making it to the semis there and losing to JSerra. And this is a team that brings virtually everyone back. So I'd expect big things from them this year.
Absolutely.
And then number 3, we have Orange Lutheran, who made it into the finals of our tournament. Played last night, and this isn't your typical Orange Lutheran team where you have potential first round picks on the field. You do have some potential first round picks in the underclasses there, but this is going to be an interesting season for Olu because they're going to rely heavily on a lot of unexperienced arms. And when I say unexperienced, I just mean varsity experience, right? They're quality pitchers. Several of them already committed to D1 schools. But in terms of varsity experience in the Trinity League, they just lack that a little bit.
Yeah, and that's you want that because it's one of the toughest leagues all around this country. We know that very well. And we have some other schools outside Orange County in that top 5, right, Les?
Yeah, Harvard Westlake, they just keep reloading, man, and it's just going to be a really interesting season for them. Really junior heavy in terms of their standout guys on the mound, with Tommy Bridges, Bryce Rayner, and Duncan Marston is expected to be back here in a few weeks. And that's a trio, I think, that is unmatched in the Southern section in terms of pitching staff.
Okay, and don't forget about Corona. Head coach Andy Wise over there. You talk about churning guys out, talk about factories, and they have fun over there, don't they, Les?
Oh man, I love Weiser and what he's done with that program. It's just an absolute treat to watch those guys. They're scrappy, they play hard, and I mean they're loaded up and down the lineup. And with 24s, 25s, and heck, even Anthony Murphy, the 26 batting leadoff for them, is going to be a special player. And it's just a program like some of the others that we mentioned that, of late, they just seem to reload, and the talent wants to play there, which is, very good for Andy Wise.
100%. Super young, and they get after it. Let's talk about some of these players. We have rankings at Prep Baseball Report. You can check them out as of now. And this could all change. We want to preface that it's early, everybody. This is week 2 of the high school baseball season. But if you want a really cool ranking system, check out their website. And let's start off with number 1, a kid from Servite, Les.
Yeah, Roman Martin currently in the number 1 position. He scuffled a little bit in our tournament, but he has all the tools that you're looking for in a shortstop. Is he going to play professionally at the big league level? Probably. It seems to be the consensus. There's a very high probability that he does. He will stick at shortstop. He can handle that position. He just needs to be a little more consistent with the bat this season after coming off a huge season last season and setting kind of that expectation.
You mentioned Gavin earlier from Villa Park. We'll go now to San Bernardino area of Aquinas. Let's talk about their third baseman.
Yeah, Eric Batanti, you're talking about a 6'4", 200-pound left-handed hitting third baseman that can hit balls out of the park, with ease. By the way, he jumps on the mound and he's 91, 92. Just a really athletic player. He's playing shortstop right now for Aquinas. Will probably slide over to third base after he gets drafted. There's rumors on him as high as the middle of the first round, and with the big season, I would anticipate that to happen. The ultimate sign of respect, Jonathan, as you and I know, for a hitter is an intentional walk, and Huntington Beach did that twice to him, in their game in our tournament, which tells you a lot about his ability with the bat.
Hey, I'm a little league manager, and if you intentionally walk someone, that adds 4 pitches to your pitch count for your pitcher. So that's tough to do at our level. You guys go ahead. Let's talk a little bit about Trent Caraway at J. Sarah, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, another power hitting third baseman. The thing that's really impressed me with Caraway is just how physical he is. He has really, really stepped it up in the weight room, and he looks like a professional ball player right now. And big power in the bat, plays a little bit of shortstop, probably a third baseman in pro ball. But you're buying the bat, which has a lot of power and the ability to go the other way pretty consistently.
All right. Well, you mentioned a little bit about the PBR Invitational. This was the second one ever, right, Les? And that was at the Great Park in Irvine. I mean, you talk about a who's who of talent. Who are some teams out there that stood out over this couple-day stretch that just finished up?
I got to start with GAR. The things that Coach Perez has done with that program is incredible. They are talented top to bottom, seniors, juniors, sophomores. They've got 3 freshmen, 2 of them already committed to USC that are going to be, really, really good players. GAR really impressed me. Obviously Huntington Beach making it to the final impressed me. And Aquinas impressed me. I mean, they're moving up from Division 4 to Division 2 this year, and we put them in a bracket where they faced Huntington Beach and defeated them. They faced a really good Norco team and beat them. Their only loss was to Olu. And that's a team that really opened a lot of eyes collectively, right? I mean, we obviously know about Batanti and his abilities, but collectively, that's a really, really stout group. And they've got a few sit-outs that when they become eligible, Aquinas is going to be a really, really dangerous team.
Look out for them. I want to thank Les. Thank you very much for your time here today. Check out Prep Baseball Report for all your baseball information. We'll be checking out more baseball coverage with Les throughout the season. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Jonathan.
You got it.
All right, joining me now is our Student Athlete of the Week, Emma Dudley. She's a senior here at Brentwood High School, and we're going to give the people at home a better idea of who you are, what you're all about. You've been on this program for 4 seasons now, varsity. What's been your favorite part about being a part of this basketball team?
My favorite part about being a part of this team, I think the culture of the team is really positive. The girls have turned into my family. We spend almost every day together, the weekends included, so I think just the culture of the team is a highlight.
What's been your favorite memory?
My favorite memory, I think every year we have a game called Extravaganza where we play Crossroads, and the whole gym is packed with Crossroads fans and Brentwood fans, so that's a really fun part of each year.
Pretty incredible that you're team captain. What does it mean to you to, have that honor and represent your team in that way?
It's definitely an honor, especially being part of such a great team. I think being a part of the team in general, I don't know. When people ask me like my favorite part about Brentwood, I say the basketball team. I'm just honored to be a part of the team. Yeah.
All right, well, talk to me about your head coach. He seems like an awesome guy, a great head coach. What is your favorite thing about playing under him? And he's been your coach for these past couple of years.
Yeah, I think Coach Solomon's definitely a part of this family. He looks out for us on our bad days. He checks in on us on our good days. He hypes us up. He's always looking out for us. Yeah.
How has he made you a better basketball player?
He's definitely pushed me to be where I am now. He named me captain sophomore year, so he put a big role on my shoulders very early in high school. So I think he's pushed me to be a leader and a better teammate on the basketball court.
What's one area of your game that you feel like you've really improved on or taken a step forward this season?
Well, I'm not the tallest. I'm 5'7", so I think rebounding has been a really big part of my game.
Let's talk about your future aspirations. You just told me that you're going to the University of Colorado next year. Congratulations. What excites you the most about the opportunity to get up there? And by the way, you should probably buy a really warm jacket if you don't have one already, because it's very cold. Weather's a bit different over there.
I think just being in the mountains in general. My parents went there. Yeah, the mountains is my happy place, so I'm honored to go to Colorado. Yeah.
You still have one more semester here. Anything that you're excited for? Prom, maybe finishing out a season strong here?
Yeah, definitely finishing in the finals, state, and then prom, all the fun senior things that come with second semester. Yeah.
I want to ask you, how do you balance your academics and your athletics? Something you'll probably carry into college as well, but especially at a school like Brentwood that is so academically rigorous. How do you balance it all?
Brentwood is very academic. I think the teachers do a great job out looking out for us. I think one of the main things I learned here at Brentwood is like advocating for myself, especially when I have a test the next day after a game or just a big project. Advocating for myself and to my teachers has been really important for me.
Last question for you, because the people at home are dying to know, what's your favorite subject in school? I'm dying to know.
My favorite subject, I think I'm a history and English type of gal. Okay. Definitely not science and math.
Yeah, it's not science or math either. Chemistry, big no, big no.
Oh, absolutely not.
Best of luck the rest of the season. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you. In life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
And the basketball doesn't stop here on CIF Southern section this week. We have pool highlights from the Open Division. Harvard Westlake takes on West Ranch. Here it is. That's it for CIF Southern section this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.